Yes, students, taking up another question of the mixed constraint type. Here, this question is quite important, so be careful and pay full attention. The question is maximize z is equals to 2x1 plus 3x2 subject to constraints. Now, there are a lot of constraints. The first constraint is x1 plus x2 less than equal to 30. The second constraint is x2 greater than equal to 3. The third constraint is x2 lies from 0 to 12. There is nothing to get confused about this. It can be simply understood as x2 less than equal to 12. Similarly, the fourth constraint is x1 less than equal to 20. Here it is given that x1 lies from 0 to 21. This also can be written as x1 less than equal to 20 only. And the last one is x1 minus x2 greater than equal to 0. So always remember, and of course the non-negativity condition is there, x1, x2 both are greater than equal to 0, which means both the variables are positive and the required region, solution region, will lie in the first quadrant only. Now coming to the solution part, the first inequation is x1 plus x2 less than equal to 30. Now following the usual procedure, we have converted to an equation x1 plus x2 equals to 30. Putting x1 is equal to 0, we get x2 equals to 30. So the first point is 0 comma 30. Similarly, putting the second variable equals to 0, we get x1 equals to 30. So another point is 30 comma 0. So in this way, we have the two required points for drawing this line. And since the sign is of less than equal to type, the area will be towards origin. Now coming to the second inequation, it is x2 greater than equal to 3. Here you can clearly see that in this inequation there is only one variable. The first variable is not there. So no problem. What we'll do, we'll convert it to an equation. Let x2 equals to 3. Since there is no x1, so we can take x1 equals to 0. So what is the point? 0 comma 3. So we get only one point, 0 comma 3, and the required line will pass from 3 on the x2 axis parallel to the x1 axis. Always remember that, since x1 is 0. Now coming to the third inequation, which is x2 less than equal to 12 but greater than equal to 0, which in effect simply means x2 less than equal to 12. Again converting it to an equation, x2 equals to 12. So there is no x1, so we can take x1 equals to 0. So we have another point 0 comma 12. Mind it, there is only one point and the sign is of less than equal to type. So the area will be away from origin. And this line will pass from 12 on the x2 axis parallel to the x1 axis. Now coming to the fourth inequation, which is x1 less than equal to 20. So converting it to an equation, x1 equals to 20. Since there is no x2, so we can take x2 equals to 0. So we get the point 20 comma 0. And since the sign is of less than equal to type, the area will be towards origin. And from where this line will pass? This line will pass from 20 on the x1 axis parallel to the x2 axis. And now coming to the last inequation, which is x1 minus x2 greater than equals to 0. What we have done, we have converted it to an equation, x1 minus x2 equals to 0, which gives us x1 equals to x2. So whenever we have a line of this type where x1 minus x2 equals to 0 or x1 equals to x2, such a line always passes from the origin, making an angle of 45 degree with the x-axis, which in case here is x1 axis. So on this line, x1 and x2 both will be equal. So one point can be 0 comma 0 and the other point can be 10 comma 10. You can take any other point. It could be 20 comma 20, 30 comma 30, whatever. But we have taken only 2 points.